It is Thursday the 29th of August. We are at the Comedy Centre in the Milford Arms, all the way down in Isleworth, wherever the fuck that is. I tell you what, I've had an absolute fucking nightmare. In terms of all day really, with public transport and then just work, just being fucking work. I am not in a good place today. Went to, I guess, Isleworth Station, got the Elizabeth line. 3 buses passed me, which I needed to get to this stupid pub. Thinking I was running late because I thought the start time was 7:30. It is in fact 8, so I was stressing for no reason. I'm starving. I didn't bring anything to smoke with me outside of regular cigarettes, so that's probably adding to my my feelings of stress and strife. I've got no clue what's going to go on today. I'm quite excited to be back. I was away for about a week, and then I didn't really gig, I guess, for like a week and a half, which is a fairly long time. And then kind of to add to that, actually just being kind of absent-minded to the craft, because usually in the back of your mind you're doing shit, or at least I am, because I'm smart. I mean, I'm so smart, I've literally got to put thoughts at the back of my head because so many thoughts are at the forefront. So good to be back, I guess. I've got a few kind of ideas and things that I want to mess around with. I was reading Adam Bloom's book on holiday, Finding Your Comic Genius, or Comedy Genius. I do apologise for not remembering the title, but how often do you look at a front page of a book? And it's just given me a few thoughts around maybe some of the bits that I've been doing previously, and also for some of the things I've been working on. So I have to admit, it's kind of, there's a part in it that says, you know, don't, some of the reasons why some comics won't sort of punch up their lines or change it to be more impactful is because, you know, oftentimes we're like, well, it works, doesn't it? And you just figure out small tweaks to make it a little bit better, and if it doesn't, you kind of just leave it like that. But I do want to push myself here, and there's a couple lines that I've really changed to hopefully be a bit more impactful, so I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes. Hopefully there's some people here to listen to what I have to say, because that is important to know whether you're doing well or not. I've got no clue. I mean, this place isn't a shithole, so hopefully there'll be some people out. But I mean, it's the middle of nowhere to me because I'm North London, straight up, never die. But coming all the way down here is a bit tough. Yeah, hopefully we'll have a decent one. I've got no fucking clue.
Yeah, right. Chris Alley, everyone.
Hello, my people. You alright? Yes. Thank you for the big welcome. I appreciate you being setting the standards very well, guys. And it's only downhill from here. But no, do you know what? Right, actually, I know we've been getting into some personal stuff in it, and yeah, do you know what? I have been dating a lot recently. I've been seeing a lot of people. Do you know what I mean? Bit of a player. My girlfriend's not happy about that. To be honest, that was an easy joke, but I had to say it. But usually I say at the start of the set, you know, thank you for having me, but I am from North London. You're welcome. All right, fuck this place. So I took me ages to get up pissed off. Fucking Jesus Christ. But no, I'm actually here not to do some comedy, but I'm just here to rob you. I don't think you've heard I steal things, innit? But no, because it's some fucking self-service machines, innit? Do you know what I mean? Like, they're just asking you to take shit because no one's there. But you know, it's like because the customer service, and it's fucking gone downhill. Hate it, you know. I went to my local Tesco the other day, right, and I'd seen a shop attendant with a camera on his chest. Have you seen that? Right? That's how bad customer service has gotten. The guy's fucking scared to be attacked. You know what I mean? No, you guys are just scared in general, I think. I'm just big and scary. That's why I walk out of it straight up, do you know what I mean? Because it's really just a challenge. Do you know what I mean? Just do something about it. I am that big and black. Does anyone here know who Joe Wicks is? Yeah, you know Joe Wicks. For those that don't know who Joe Wicks is, right, he got famous during the pandemic, right, because he online for teaching our young kids how to get fit and speak English poorly. But he got in some trouble recently, right? Because he put out this tweet that said the reason why ADHD is on the rise in young kids is because of processed food. You know, which obviously is absolute nonsense, isn't it? You know, because it was a COVID vaccine. You know, Alan agrees, you weirdo. No, I do love that, and that's why you're getting so leery, because it's your place, isn't it? You can fucking get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? You know, Sarah said it was her second time here, which was great. It's actually my first time here in Isleworth, and it's my last. Eat it up. Because I ain't coming back. I don't even know how I fucking got here. Like, you know what I mean? I knew it was late though, but still. I grew up a fat kid, you know, and I don't know for you lot, like, when you're a fat kid, all people tell you is that you'll go out of it, right? Guess what happened? I became a fat adult. I mean, I'll be honest, I did not see that coming. You know? I mean, it's ridiculous, isn't it? You know, because I didn't grow out of it, I grew around it. You know? Absolute nonsense. And the thing is, right, like, I know I've lost some weight now, a little bit, you know, and I'm looking alright, but I still feel like a fat person because, like, when people say hello to me, you know, because they're like, what's going on, big man? You right, big fella? I'm 5'8". You know, we're not a big man out here. Maybe down there, but that's just room. You know what I mean? Black don't fat. Or something, that is another cliche. I need you guys to laugh so I can look at my notes. The thing is, right, people, when I tell people I'm fat, they always say, oh, you're not fat, Chris. And I think that's the worst level of fat to be, when no one notices, you know? Because I don't want to be recognised as being fat, you know what I mean? Like, the thing like being late, innit? Because, like, as a black guy, right, when you're late, you get worried that people are going to judge you for being late because you're black. Yeah? When you're fat and late, people understand. People are understanding when you're fat, you know, because like these days they've started saying that obesity is actually a disability, you know, which is fair enough because, you know, like when you're on the tube and stuff, you know, you can actually see it. You see those priority seats at the side, you always got to move. But I feel like some people are just trying to get away with shit, you know, because they say like disabilities, you can't see them all, innit? So when I'm sitting in one of those chairs and someone comes over to me and they ask to sit down, I do give them the once over, I do be honest. You know, and if they don't look, I was about to say if they don't look disabled, and I just carried on because it's not a great sentence, but if they don't look the part, you know, you question it. You know, you don't look it, but, you know, I was thinking like the only place that you wouldn't get away with that is like the Paralympics. Isn't it? Because like, you have to see what disability they have. You know what I mean? Like, imagine if I went to the Paralympics and I walked up to them and I was like, yeah, my name's Chris, and I'm like, oh, what are you competing in? The 100 metres. What disability do you have? Oh no, who are you competing for? And I would be like, Great Britain. And they're like, no, who are you really competing for? And then they're like, oh, what disability do you have? And then I'd be like, seasonal depression. I can't do the Winter Olympics. But did you not watch the Olympics this year? Yeah. It's always great stuff, innit? But I don't know if you've noticed, whenever the Olympics come out, like, every 4 years, there's always this big influx of athletes who do sports that no one cares about, always trying to push down our throat who the best athletes in the world are. You know? And obviously the reoccurring one for the Olympics is Michael Phelps, isn't it? Because of all of his medals and stuff. And as a black man, I find that offensive. You know, because obviously you guys have set it up so that you white guys can look like you're the best athletes of all time. I mean, how many competitions is this guy's in? Plus, you've picked a sport that we cannot compete in. You know what I mean, the only representation we had was Eddie the Eel. Yeah? Does everyone remember Eddie Eel? That's because he died. he drowned. No, but something about racism, but I'm not going to do that. But no, it's good to be here. You know, we said we are some of the best comics you're going to see on a Thursday in Isleworth, in a pub that no one's in. But, you know, the thing is, right, I don't know, it's been going alright, you know. We've actually been doing comedy just over 2.5 years, right, which has been great. You know, I've been getting some good feedback here and there. Obviously not here, but you know, a lot of other places, like North London, come on forever. You started out with my twin brother, right? We started at the same time, and the thing is, like, when people see me and my twin brother together, they say I look exactly like him, which really pisses me off because I think he's fucking ugly, to be honest. But my twin brother's gay, which is great for him and for other people, I'm assuming, that are men. And the thing is, right, when he came out, it really wasn't a surprise, because we grew up together, like, all the signs were there. We used to play games. We used to play doctors and nurses, the game where you play different characters in the hospital. Guess who my gay twin brother always wanted to be? No, it's Beyonce. Beyonce's a modern day singer, Alan. Alright? That's just because you're old.
Also a musician, so I do know.
Oh wow! Well, you have to be a musician with that haircut. You're either that or a farmer.
No.
Or
Einstein, mate.
Einstein. Yeah. You're not that smart. Do you know what, Alan? You're actually really lovely. You made this evening for all of us. To be fair, I'm not doing a great job of it right now, but you've had a great night.
Fantastic.
Oh, I appreciate that, Alan. I might actually come back.
And I must say that you're not.
Do you know what? You can say that afterwards. I've got two things to say. Go on, Alan.
You're not fat.
Oh.
You're short for your weight.
Do you know what? In all my life, I have never heard that one before. That is fantastic. I'm short for my weight. That is facts. Do you know what? I fucking agree. I look like a tree stump. You know what I mean? I look like a tin of John West. You know what I mean? Just rolling down the floor. Back to stuff. Do you know what? The thing is, like, growing up with a twin brother that you look quite similar to is quite weird, right? Because people will come up to you. Me and my brother live two separate lives, right? He's got his own friends, I've got mine, and people actually get confused, right? So, like, I'll be walking down London, and then some random person will just come up to me and say, "Hey, Matthew, how's it going?" Do you know what I mean? So I like to play with them in it and be like, "All black people don't look alike," you know? The only benefit of being related to someone that's black, though, because it's, it does get a bit annoying being confused for other black people. It does not get annoying when people confuse you for a gay black man. That's wonderful. Do you know what I mean? No judgment for glitter. Do you know what I mean? And the anal sex is fantastic. I kind of want to say a joke for you, Alan. I don't know if you'll like it or not.
I don't care.
Very good. Very good. Because these people, you're not going to like it. But no, the thing is, right, and I feel like people have been talking about privileges a lot in the last few years, right? And I think as black people, like, we have privileges too, Like, we get to say things that white people don't get to say, yeah? And I think it's because of this, right? I heard this saying, that not all white people are racist, but all racist people are white. Do you know who said that?
You.
No, it's some black cunt. That was for you. But I'll leave on this, right? Because I'm a black guy, right? That is the best show I've ever had from white people. Nice. Strong. This room is very Caucasian, so I appreciate that. It looks like Tom Dale's room. But like I was speaking to this vegan in Whole Foods who told me that me calling myself black is actually a self-identifying preference. Yeah, I'll be honest, I've got no clue what they then was talking about. You see, because all my life I thought I was born black. Yeah? I had not realised it was a preference. If it was a preference, I'd have one of those big back dicks, you know what I'm saying? I mean, throbbing like the Rock and shit. You know? My child looks like 3 new potatoes huddled together. You know what I mean? Don't look. Do you know what? You guys have been absolutely wonderful. I've had a terrible day and you guys have really brought me up today, so I do appreciate it. I may consider coming back. Alright? You guys have been absolutely wonderful. Thank you very much. I am just leaving Archway Station back in the wonderful North London. Can't be too careful holding my phone out here because people do get robbed of their phones non-stop, but I absolutely needed that. I just I just forget sometimes. I don't forget what I've come to realise how much stand-up comedy means to me in terms of my general temperament these days. And you know, it was just like the perfect setup really for a day like I've had, and coming back to it, super low stakes, barely anyone in the room, maybe like eight, there was eight, including the publican, the guy that owned it, 8 genuine audience members, but they were fucking great, they were fantastic. I mean, I don't know how much we were laughing there, but I just had a great time. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you got to go out there and I just love it. I mean, I think there was 5 comedians, 3 of which I just know very well. You know, Sarah Conrad, Tom Dale, and my absolute bestie, Rebecca Marie, who I just got the tube back with. Had a fucking great conversation with her. It was a long trip back up north, and just chatting shit basically, and talking about stuff, about comedy, about life, about ourselves. It just couldn't have been sort of a better elixir for the way that I've been feeling today. Ultimately, I feel like for me, it just is kind of what I want to do, right? I just want to go up there, enjoy myself. I don't care whether there's 5 people, 100 people, 200, whatever. As long as I feel like I've gone up there, I've done a decent job and I've had some fun, especially in an open mic. There really can't be much to it. I mean, it was a fucking trek just to have a sense of feel good, but I think that's why, if you're going to do it and you actually love it, it becomes that much easier. You know, I had a fucking nightmare getting the bus there, and I just thought, do you know what, I need to turn back home. But I'm just so glad that I went up and did it, didn't turn back. And you know, some good stuff. I mean, I don't know, like you know, I really just threw out there. I was really loose, trying some new stuff. Hopefully some of it works. There was one line, I really need to look back on it, but there was one line in there that was brand new, I think somewhere around the Olympic stuff, where there was a massive laugh, and I thought, fuck, like that's what you need to really start building some jokes around and finding the things that really hit, because people were laughing and they were incredibly generous with what they were doing. Not in the way that the acts were bad, but in an empty room sometimes it's really hard to manifest anything really, and they were with us. But to get like a big reception in a room where there's not many people, that hopefully means that it's a joke that is going to absolutely murder in you know, in a bigger venue. So I don't know what the fuck just happened. There was a car just stalled, and I thought he was coming by to do like a drive-by or something out on these streets. You get me? But yeah. You like to think that, but then usually what happens is you come up with new stuff, the joke works, and then you try to refine it, and then somehow it gets worse and you throw it away, and then I still have no more than 10 minutes of half decent material, wondering how I even got there in the first fucking place. I don't know how I'm going to get to 15 minutes or 20 by the end of this year, if I'm being honest, but we are going to continue to try. I'm far too energetic for 20 to 11 in the evening. I'm going to have some food, I'm going to have a smoke, and I'm going to go to bed. We are on to the next one.